Good morning. Today is Wednesday, December the 14th. The time right now in Hong Kong is 11:27 in the morning, and we are almost to midday. And just a recap, overnight we have a very big move on Wall Street. In fact, across most asset classes, we see a rather exaggerated move, basically based on the release of the CPI numbers, and the CPI numbers was fantastic. Headline numbers when the market was expecting 7.3%, which is already better than the October number of 7.7. They came out at 7.1%. So that one beats the estimates by at least 0.2%. And now, of course, the core CPI, which exclude food and energy, was also doing very well. Market was expecting 6.1%. It came out 6.0. So largely based on this number, we can see that US inflation numbers are coming down, and that caused the market to be exuberant, thinking that now the Fed has the excuse to actually slow down the rate of rate hikes, and that caused the market to surge at the initial hour during the market surge, during the initial release of the CPI. You can see that this is the 4 hours time frame. Market went up, Dow Jones went up to 34,712 before it also comes back. Also rather aggressively look at the 1 hour time frame. Now from here we can see that the market reacted to the upside very aggressively. Within the first hour it gapped up 34,712 and then come back, slide down equally fast. We can see that this slide here is very aggressive as well. Okay, so now we can see the market actually pull back 61.8% before it stabilized at the 50% retracement level. So by and large, this move negated largely the move upside. Okay, so again, tonight is going to be another high volatility night, because tonight we're going to have the FOMC. So if you're prepared to stay up to 3 a.m. in the morning, that's when the result will be released. And more importantly is the Federal Reserve Chairman's speech after that rate hike. So the market has already more or less priced in a 50 basis point. More importantly, people want to know what the Federal Reserve is going to be doing come 2023. Okay, at least in the first quarter of 2023, will there be any kind of signal or speech that give us the impression that they're going to slow down even further the rate hike? Rate hike will continue to go up because the Fed chairman has already told us it's going to be higher and longer. Okay, so interest rate is still going to creep higher. Okay, however, what market is hoping to see is that they will slow down the rate hike from the previous 4 rounds of 75 basis points. This tonight, I think the market has already priced in 50 basis points. So hopefully there will be no surprise there. If the market come out exactly 50 basis points, it's already priced in. Okay, like I said, more will be focused on what the Federal Chairman is going to say in regards to the coming few months, whether he's going to even lower the rate hike. Again, the Fed Chairman has been telling us that it will be data dependent, and last night's CPI number is definitely moving in the same direction, in which you can see obviously the CPI numbers in reflection to the inflation situation in the States is obviously coming down. So the thing is that will it come down to their target price of 2%? Most market analysts believe that will be a pipe dream from where it was at 9.3% 3 months ago, 4 months ago, and now to go back to 2% is almost impossible, a mission impossible. So the best we can expect is maybe between 4 to 5%. We are already hovering at 6%, so that is a good sign. Okay, so we want to see whether it can go down. Oh, sorry, it was hovering at 7%. So to bring down inflation down to the target rate of 2%, obviously it implies that more rate hike is in the pipeline. Okay, the question is for how long? We do not know. Okay, so again, tonight is going to be a high impact night, so watch out for any kind of volatility that will ensure upon once come 3 a.m. in the morning. Okay, so you want to stay up and watch this if you got position open. S&P 500 also surged to 4,100 marginally, and then pull back 61.8%. Okay, unfortunately I was stopped out in my S&P 500. I put myself just above 4100. Unfortunately it just went beyond that and then take me out and then come back 61%. Okay, just too bad. It's one of those days, and because I was expecting market to actually go down to break the support line here, but it did not. It went the opposite way, take out my stop and then come back down. So like I said, you can't win every day. So it's just one of those days. We just have to accept that things like this do happen. Unfortunately, I was the victim yesterday. So maybe I should have placed my stock a little bit further away. But of course, that is on hindsight. Now, the thing is that I have no position right now, but I'm critically thinking about looking for signs of reversal because we are moving into the critical period of the year. Like I mentioned over the last few sessions, I do expect as per yearly, this time of the year, there will be some window dressing, and then come 1 week before Christmas, there will be fund managers trying to repopulate their portfolio, buying back especially depressed stocks because after the redemption, after the dispersion of profits, and these managers getting their bonuses, they will have the fund, okay, to get back into the market, and they have to invest. So usually at this time of the year, they will come back and buy stocks, okay, and that maybe will be the positive factor looking forward 1 week before Christmas. We have to watch out for that, okay. But thereafter, there will be a different story. My outlook is right somewhere in the middle of January. I think we probably will see a very, very severe fall, very much like what we see at the beginning of this year, okay? So I am anticipating something similar to happen at the beginning of next year. So Nasdaq also saw the market ran up to 12,166.4 before it pulls back 61.8%. And again, this support line here will be critical. If the market is going to come down, it must break this support line, and then I will take my cue from there. Currently, I have no position. I'm just waiting forward to the FOMC tonight. Over in Hang Seng, there is no follow-through buying, and the market has actually more or less stabilized near yesterday's closing price. There was an attempt to go higher this at the very first hour of trading to 19,859, but it doesn't seem to be investors in Hong Kong doesn't seem to be too enthusiastic to take the market up to 20,000. Okay, so we have to watch this move here. Over in Shanghai, there was hardly any reaction at all. Market is exactly where it was at the most of the time towards closing yesterday at 3,178 currently. So we have to see how the market may actually react. But so far, the market pullback from 3,225 is very corrective in nature, but because of the very sharp rally these two rounds, which resulted in a three-wave rally, there is the prospect of another challenge of 3,225. My original target is 3,226 to 3,281. So this may still come through, okay, because so far the pullback is very, very shallow and it does look corrective. So we cannot eliminate the possibility of another challenge into this bracket of prices. Over in the Nikkei, we can see the price surge in reaction to the Wall Street. So we can see Nikkei this morning, just the hour before this, market went up to 28,175. So this is the highest it have retraced to since the three-wave pullback from 28,502. So even if the market can recover, it will face a barrier near the support and resistance line. So the market, even if it can go higher, will be actually negative. It will be a negative for me. Okay, I'm looking for levels to sell the Nikkei 225 because I have not done anything on the Nikkei for this whole year. Maybe this will present itself as a great selling opportunity going into 2023. Okay. Over in currency market, we see also a very violent reaction by the dollar. The dollar initially reacted to the CPI release by crashing all the way down to 134.65 from a high of 138. Okay, I was actually expecting the market to go and challenge the 140 level, 139.90. Okay, but the opposite actually happened, and dollar actually tanked. And because of this very sharp drop, the entire structure of the dollar does look a little bit different right now. Okay, so the original idea of the dollar testing 139, even much higher, now we have to be relooked. I have not actually done my analysis yet. Okay, I will do that shortly after this, and hopefully by tomorrow I will give you a clearer outlook of where I think the dollar is heading, especially after the FOMC. We get we clear the fog, and then right now to take a position going to FOMC after last night very violent reaction definitely calls for a step back and then take a look at it. Okay. Going into yesterday's number, I was actually short the sterling and I was short the euro, and obviously I did not survive that last night onslaught. Sterling went up to 124.44 before it pulls back 50% or less. Okay, so like I said, the market now will have to be. I was hoping the market would take out the support line here, but it went the opposite way and take my take me out of my short position, and now I have no position in currency. Same thing happened in euro versus the dollar. I was short going into the CPI numbers, hoping the market will break because it was hugging this line, and I was thinking maybe it's a matter of time, and all I need is a catalyst to push the market over, but it did not. The market actually held and then surged all the way to 106.73. Now the market did pull back a little. Okay, so far the pullback does look corrective, and if this pullback is what it is, I think maybe we have another chance for the market to try higher. We will see how the market reacts later on this tonight. Okay, at the minimum, I think the market may come back to 105.80. Okay, 105.80 could be where I think the market can hold. If the support line can still hold out, maybe there will be one more round higher. But I'm reluctant to chase the euro dollar higher because I have a very bearish outlook on euro, especially what's happening in the in eurozone. So I'm not prepared to go in and buy even at 105.80. I will have to see. Okay. Over in dollar CAD, we can see that this is a three-wave pullback. I'm not sure which is going to go. We also saw a severe drawdown yesterday, but it wasn't as sharp as the dollar yen. So now the market has bounced back a little. We will have to see. We have to see. Currently, I have no position whatsoever. Now, crude oil is something that I have positioning. Crude oil, I was actually long going into last week. Last week I actually long somewhere near the $78, and then I had to suffer a severe drawdown to $70, and then the market yesterday rebounded to $76.37 at the high. Now we have a bit of a pullback. Now the general look in crude oil, I've always been very bullish on crude oil, and yesterday we had one extra news to stay long. Okay, President Biden has actually announced that the US is going to start replenishing their petroleum, the strategic petroleum, or rather the strategic petroleum reserve, okay, which is they have been stockpiling crude oil products, okay, and going into the midterm election, Biden has actually been drawing down this reserve to at least mitigate the high fuel prices in the States. Now that the election is over, he's looking to replenish this reserve, and he mentioned a price. They are going to start doing that at $70 per barrel. So what effectively it means is that $70 become now a very solid floor. Okay, so the low we have seen this round was $70.08. I think this low is going to be here for quite some time. Okay, because Biden has basically put a floor under crude oil prices, and it's all upside, no downside. Okay, so I'm prepared to hold this position. Right now, I'm a little bit underwater as my entry price is concerned, but I'm prepared to hold on to this position for a bit longer than what I initially wanted. Initially, I thought the price has a potential to go up to $94. Now, based on this new development, maybe the market has even more upside potential. I'm just going to observe this for a while, and hopefully we can see back $100 per barrel. Let's take a look at gold market actually have a big surge last night. It went up to $1,824 and nearly 50 cents. The last high here was $1,810. So this surge here was actually in response to the CPI numbers. So it is looking to be very, very bullish. Okay. Even so, for silver actually surged to $24.13. This is the highest it ever been for quite some time now. Let's take a look at the daily time frame. You can see that the daily time frame, the market actually bottoms at $17.56 all the way back in September. Okay, now we are 3 months in after this low has been established, and the movement here has been very consistent. It has been punching new highs every other day. So we can see last night high at $24.13 is a reflection of the very tight supply in COMEX, and I think the date to look out for will be December 27, in which the futures and option market will actually expire at the same time. And if this is the case, if last month's expiration is any guide, we saw there's quite a bit of delivery in the silver market, and this could be come December 27, we are likely to see the same phenomenon in which people are shifting their focus on COMEX and demanding delivery. And because the stocks are in a warehouse pretty low, so that may be the catalyst to see prices go even higher. So I have a lot of I'm actually pretty bullish on silver relative to gold. Okay, over in Bitcoin, we also saw a sympathy move because last night CPI number caused equity to actually surge. We also saw the same surge in Bitcoin across the crypto world except for one particular token. So we can see prices of Bitcoin went up to 18,203 last night before it pulls back 38.2%. So that has changed the character somewhat, but we also have to contend with the idea that there is this overhead resistance here. This used to be the support. The market took out this level here, and now the market is going back up, and it will have to contend with breaking this near-term support and resistance. So whether it can do that or not, we will have to watch. Okay. Over in Ethereum, it was very, very strong. The prices of Ethereum was trading within a very narrow channel, and last night it effectively cleared this level above $1,300 and surged all the way to 1,345, almost 90 cents, and then pull back a little bit. So that changed the character somewhat, at least in the near term. We will probably see some kind of further pullback maybe in the afternoon or maybe tonight. And if this is the case, if the market can go down to 1,285, that could be another entry levels to go long, and that will be like sitting back on this very clear resistance turn support. Okay. Ripple do not have on balance. This is a three-wave rally, and it peaks just under the resistance line at nearly 40 cents. So basically, the market is again consolidating, but it is not bullish in that sense because the market is doing a three-wave counter trend rally. So we have to watch this move. If the market can come back to 38 cents, maybe it makes sense to go and attempt a long position, put the stop below just under $37, 37 cents. Binance Coin is one of the few to actually suffer to the downside, where most tokens reacted to the CPI number by going higher. It actually went down first before it went higher. So market traded to a low of $253.80 because before it stabilized and go back into the channel itself. So we will have to see what the market will do going forward. Likely, we may not be able to see the high that we saw the last few weeks. So because Binance now is under the gun sight of the Department of Justice, which is suing Binance the exchange for money laundering. So that will be a cloud hanging over Binance. Moreover, we have been hearing news that there's a lot of withdrawal over the last 48 hours since the news was released. As much as $2 billion worth of coins has been withdrawn, and in reaction, Binance has actually temporarily suspend withdrawal of this coin called the USDC. So we will have to see. It's looking very much like another FTX. If the withdrawal leads to the collapse of the exchange itself, then of course the whole crypto world will be like in a very severe negative environment. We have to watch how events will turn out. Over in Dogecoin, we don't see a bit of we do see a bit of a movement. Again, this is a three-wave rally. The highest last night was just under 9 cents. Just under 10 cents, sorry, at 0.0955, and the market pulls back quite fairly deep. Okay. Cardano is not going anywhere, although there was a surge, but it's basically going nowhere. Okay. Market went up to as low as nearly 30 cents before it bounced back to just under 32 cents. Okay. Solana was actually one of the big gainer last night in percentage term. Okay, this is one of the best performer last night among the top 10 altcoins. Market went from $12.77 at the low on Tuesday all the way to $14.15. So in percentage term, Solana actually did very, very well last night. Okay, by and large, it is still within a very narrow, within a very bearish outlook. You can see that over in the daily time frame. So I'll show you the daily time frame. Start updating my chart. Okay, let's see. So overall, this is all I have for you guys, and until tomorrow, I shall see you. Okay, so market has actually pulled up to just under $15, pull back 50%. So if this is the case, maybe there's a chance for market to try the $16.79 to all the way to $17.88. Okay, guys, this is all I have for you tonight and today. Then I'll see you again tomorrow. I'm currently in Hong Kong. I'm preparing to do my speech. I have one seminar which I have to conduct in Hong Kong tomorrow evening, followed by the expo event at the Asia World in Hong Kong. So if you are in Hong Kong, do drop by and perhaps you can meet in person. Bye-bye. Take care.